Hello, hello, and welcome back to another stream. I hope you guys are doing well. It is Sunday, last day of the week. We are here with our last stream of the week, obviously. We're going to be playing a little bit of Planet Coaster 2. It's going to be a chill stream. Now, we are continuing in the franchise that we built earlier. In which we only made a water park, but I thought water park week is over, so what next? What do you do beyond the water park? Because it's not completely done. There's still some things that we can adjust on it, but we will be done. We're not going to fill the entire stream with just building a water park when we're already almost done with it. So I thought, what do you do beyond the water park? Well, I think we're going to delve into an actual theme park around it. So the water park is going to be sort of the start that we already built, the foundation. And yeah, we're gonna hop into the game. I need to load that bad boy up. And yeah, we're just going to build beyond it. I want to, at first, I really want to sort of quote-unquote finish the water park, because I'm pretty sure we did all we could. We have a bunch of pools, we have it running with staff, we have a bunch of slides, and I think we did every possible slide, every slide type. Now, of course, we can add more slides, we can add more pools, but I think we've kind of stretched all of the things we can do. Swimming pool 4 needs better lifeguard coverage, so that seems safe. I don't see any unsafe pools. I think that might be just a loading thing. But yeah, here is our water park. Obviously, it is slightly unfinished because this is still sort of, you know, a little bit unthemed. But what we did last, I think we did this on stream, was build this thing with the body slides, which was really cool. We can work a little bit on the cave right here, put some lights in, some decorations, but we built this little pergola here. We have this lazy jet river that doesn't look very active. Oh no, the jets are going. The jets are going. We're fine. I expanded a little bit of the pathing so it's more accessible from different angles. A little staircase here, added some rubble, etc, etc. So we did a good amount of things. Now we do have a staff break room that is undecorated here. Still, and well, we have, let's see, the rest of it I decorated, I'm pretty sure. Because yeah, we built this whole temple, which is really cool, added even a sequence to this slide, and yeah, I'm pretty stoked for this. So let me check whether we have actually added all of the flume types that we have available. So we've got a body slide. We've got a wide body slide. Okay, so I don't think I did a wide body slide, just regular body slides, because these are wide. I didn't do a regular body slide. I suppose what we could do is add like a kids area where we'll do like less hardcore slides. I suppose we could do that. Let's see the other flumes. We have a body flume. Do we have that? I think this one might be a body flume. Oh, it's a matte flume. This is a double inner tube. This is a regular inner tube. Okay, and this one is just a body flume. Yes, so we've done this one. We've not done this one. We've done this one. Double inner tube, matte flume, and a raft flume. Okay, so we haven't done a raft flume yet, and we've not done a what was this then? Double inner tube again. Okay. So I think I'm going to do a little kids area, and then we'll announce this or proclaim this finished, this area of the park. So yeah, so far it's looking really good. It's looking really cohesive. There's a nice style going on. Oh, the restroom needs some work here. Oh, as well as the restaurant, of course. There's a whole ass restaurant that we've made that we haven't decorated yet. So let's pendulum a little bit between the things. So let's start off with decorating this specific restroom. We're going to use the same built pieces once again. We're staying really simple with it. Add to the scenery group. Turn it around. That is the wrong position. There we go. And yeah, we're going to need to add a gable end to it. We want it the same white. So I'm going to copy that hex code. There we go. Didn't actually need to copy it. And we'll go into market roofs. This is just sort of like so fast now. Now that we know exactly the style and how we want to do it. We need the eave of 2 meters because of the angle of this roof type. And we need the little end point of it, which is this one. And we can give it a tiny little chimney. Let's see, roofs. No, here. Chimney, there we go. Let's remove market again. Let's give it a small... Oh, I said give it a small chimney and this popped up. Can't say that's a small chimney. Of course we can size it down, which is absolutely what we're going to be doing. I'm going to put it in place first. Size it down considerably. And it's a little bit slanted. So there we go. Now I think a little bit of a coverage would be nice here. So let's see. Let's see if we can get some window decorations. Now I want not a window, wall decorations. Because I want sort of like a plank, something to cover up that, you know, that bare part of it. We can probably use some mythology wall decorations for that. I think this one could be excellent for that. And let's also add some pillars of some kind. So this is a corner decoration. We can probably add some corner decorations actually right here. If we just bring that up. Then we need the rotate. I want the angle snap on. So we can rotate it with a good amount of control. And then we need to go downward. So this looks to be something that will go down properly. It's a little bit wider than its parent above it. So we're going to size it down, bring it up. It's still a little bit too wide, so we're sizing it down just a little more. What's good? Hey Kebab, welcome in. How are you doing? Ooh, so that outcropping is a problem because, yeah, it's just too wide at the top or too narrow at the base, whichever way you want to look at it. So let's see if we can find something that is less variant in its size. This looks good. Can we size that up to get the max length out of it? That seems pretty good. That looks solid. I'm going to repeat that. I'm good, thanks. Went for another short walk today, 5 kilometers instead of 10. Hey, that's really nice. I went out for a 40-minute walk today as well. It was really nice. Good exercise getting in. Walking is one of the best ways to exercise. Oh, didn't mean to cancel that interaction. I just noticed that it was off-center. Gotta agree to it. I'm going to Move it around slightly and I'll increase the size ever so slightly. Did not mean to bring it down. I wanted to bring it up. I had my medical a couple of months ago for my truck license and my blood pressure was scary, so I'm hoping this will help. That's probably good. I don't know if it specifically helps with blood pressure, but regardless, it's a good idea to go out and, you know, hike. So I think that's a really good idea. Alright, so we got this. Now, let's copy this whole thing and put it on this side. Copy it again. Oh, I thought it was going to be copied. That's alright. And now the inside is hidden. Now, these are a different color from this blue, so if I confirm this, is it going to go into the slot? No. So I'll copy it. I'm going to select all of these because they are the same object, so I should be able to edit them the same way. And now it's in a slot. And now it's the same color. And now we have it nicely decorated. Anything that boosts cardio should bring it down, I hope. Yeah, it has so many, like, benefits. Regular exercise, blood pressure, of course, fat buildup around organs, all of that, really. So it's a good thing to do. So I'm looking for some sort of archway. Oh, these are fun. I haven't really played around with these. I should, really. I don't want them sticking out, though. No, what I was actually looking for was some sort of archway decoration to go above the door, because it's kind of flat and boring now. So I want a little bit pizzazz, like this. Is that the one I want? Probably. I think it's the only one of the right size. It's a little big, but the problem is if I size it down, it's not going to align well. So I'm going to cancel that. I will make the blue a little bit more matching. There we go. Although yesterday I tested my blood pressure, and how was it looking yesterday? All right, now we've got it completely covered to be. Oh, this is sticking out slightly. Let me size that down ever so slightly so it doesn't stick out. And do I need to bring it down? Yes, a little bit. There we go. Now it's all nice and covered again. Now, last thing I want to add is a sign that it is the bathroom. Body dryer. Have we added any body dryers at all? Changing room we have. I think we have a body dryer here, right? No, these are toilet cubicles. This is the changing room. Oh, there's a body dryer right here. That's right. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that. Anyway, we were editing this one. I was just seeing that sign. I was like, did we add that at all? Anyway, I am looking for a bathroom. Pool sign. I'm looking for a bathroom sign. Okay, here we have a couple of different options. I was looking for sort of a blue circle, much like this one, the same style, no, you know, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, it's just green. Okay. Well, let me size that down so it can actually fit in there. Size it up again because it was a little bit too small. There we go. And of course, we're going for that same blue just to keep it in the same monochromatic style. There we go. Right, I'll be back shortly going for a shower. Of course, Kebab. Happy shower. Right, so we just decorated that toilet block. That is looking good. That was a really quick decoration. So that's pretty nice. Let's start building the kiddie pool area. And I'm thinking on whether I want to attach that to this side or to this side. I'm thinking of sticking to this side. So I'm going to add another pool, create custom. I don't know if I'm going to do any sort of special pool. I think I'm just going to make a regular rectangular pool. It's going to be slightly smaller than most of these pools. And I will round out the corners once again, because I kind of like that vibe of it. Hey, can you? Thank you. There we go. And now there is going to be 2 slides that go into that. But first, let's make sure that we have our pool extras. No, not this. Pool extras. We, of course, need a lifeguard. That is a little bit of overkill. We've got plenty of lifeguard coverage if we put it like this. And of course we need to connect this pool up. So let's go ahead and grab our brush. I'm pretty sure there is a copy existing texture. Yes, I want to copy this one. I'll branch it off here and attach it there. That's quite a big path actually. So let me go down to 4. Okay, I was hoping I could have it like that. Am I going to do a weird little curve? Yeah, why not? Having a little fun with it. We've added this. So this pool will house 2 slides. So this is supposed to be the kiddie pool. I don't think you can, like, oh, it's unheated. Heat it. Wait, add pool heaters. We need to add that. Sorry, it's been a little bit. Shallow, just a pool heater. We'll put it here. It's unpowered, which means that we're going to have to add some power. We have some solar panels over there, so we just need a distributor. Let me see the range on that. That should be a nice range. Add that over there. That is now powered. And this pool is heating up. Filtering rate. Oh, it needs a filter. Of course it does. How could I forget? I'm pretty sure it will overlap enough that that works. I think it just needs to touch it. Okay, so we've got this going now. Yeah, so this is supposed to be some sort of kiddie pool. I think I'm going to add some additional paths as though they were ramps. To connect it up to that lazy river over there. I will make them really big paths. I won't be able to connect all of it because of the transformation. But perhaps if I go a little bit smaller. Nope. Okay, I'll go in the middle. Nope. Perhaps if I start from here. No, this is probably too short a distance. Perhaps a little smaller path. That would be cool as shit if that worked. Oh. Too steep. Alas. This would have been really cool. I did see there was a possibility. Don't worry, I did see that. I was just experimenting with some other different techniques. I don't like the crookedness of that. I'm just going to let it go straight down. Alright. So I've got a ramp and a staircase. A nice little bit of variety there. I think I'm going to do some generic decorations around it here. I think this could be a nice spot for like a statue of some kind. So that would be centerpieces. Let me see what kind I would like to add. Because we have a sea monster pirate fountain, which isn't really in theme. What I'm thinking about is something that will still be in theme, but also be a little bit more kid-like. So pufferfish statue is kind of fun, actually. And I think in terms of style, it can still fit here. But I will need a plinth for it. Does it need to be a fountain? It's fun if it's a fountain. Let's add that, especially because we can stack those plinths with a snapping tool really easily. So that is pretty fun. I want to add some hedges or some general shrubbery behind it here. What was that again? No. What was the scale? No, I want it. You could move things. And then with a short key bind. Hey, Wombat, how are you doing? Welcome in. With short key bind, you could scale it. Let me check the controls on that because I don't actually remember. Where is it? Controller settings? No. Where is that? Oh wait, view controls. Oh no, that's the controller controls, of course. Mouse and keyboard controls. Scale. Scale pick C. I thought I was hitting C, but I'm probably mistaken. Right, let's go back to the shrubbery. I don't really remember which one okay, that's turning. Ah, there we go. I just wasn't moving my mouse well enough. Right, we're going to scale that up slightly. I want something that's a little bit taller. A little bit more elongated. Which this would be, but it's a little bit too thick. And if I scale it down, it's not going to poke out anymore. Do we want palms? We have a couple of palm trees in the distance. So for the sake of like verticality and sightline, this is probably a good one to add there. Let's add a different set of palms here. And let's go over to... Where's my mouse gone? There it is. To some flowers to fill in the gaps here. I do need to be a little bit more... Let's go for a smaller curve. And size that down. Ooh, it's going to be a little bit difficult. It's kind of cramped here. There we go. We're just going to stack some flowers over there. And I'm going to go around the corner to frame that fountain. Now, I didn't center it perfectly well, so I'm going to have to go a little bit off-grid here. But now we've got some nice decorations here. I actually want to scoot this one inward a little bit so it doesn't stick through the fence too much. And I think this would be a nice place for 2 lampposts. Let's add a standing light. So sorry. That was quite a dramatic sneeze. So I've been using these aquatic lampposts that I quite like because we could go with the mythology ones, but they're like really ancient braziers, which if we're going for like Santorini in modern days with ruins scattered around, I really do think we would have some, you know, modern lights here and there. So I actually like these lights quite a lot. They're a little bit different, but they feel sort of nautical. And for something with so much water, this could be like a seaside town. I like that idea. So that's the one that we went with. Now, we can use some spotlights on this. I'm pretty sure I can scale these down too. Can I? Yes, I can. Due to the rendering limitations, I can actually place them outside of the fountain and still illuminate like the entire plinth. I will be toning down the light a little bit by making it grey, and I think in fact I'm going to do 2-point lighting. So I'm going to have it be blue on one side and the other one will be... Well, the lanterns already give out yellow light, so I'm going to do maybe green as a light to give it a little bit more dimension. I don't really see it coming through. You can see it somewhat in the shadows, but it's not an awesomely bright green, but you know, it's better than nothing. Right, so these are on the pufferfish statue. That's pretty cute. Now, I want to first establish the slides before I go into decorating the rest of it, because then I know what kind of space I have to work with. So let's start with the simplest one, which is going to be the regular body slide. We will need a platform for that, of course. And I think this one is going to be... No, actually I want to start with the raft one. So that is the raft flume right here. I think I'm going to have it start low. I will need to get it a little bit away from this platform because we need a, what you call it? A queue for it. And let's start with a enclosed flume. So that was a little bit weird. Build a new flume. Craft flume. I don't need that. I want to place a flume here. What the hell's going on? I can just... Cannot build here. Can we add this? What's going on? Why can't I add it here? Let me just undo that. Do I need to be up higher? Let me try that. Does it need to be bigger? What the hell is going on? What the hell's going on? Why am I unable to build a flume here? No water filtration. Do I need to add a filtration first? Is that the problem here? Because it says that. I can't imagine you are unable to place it. Create custom. There we go. Water. Underground well, water filter. So yeah, we just need the water filter, right? No, this is the filter. What? I'm so confused as to why that's not working. So confused, because we have underground well, but that is just supplying water. Water pump. Water filter. This is the pump. Sorry, the filter. Oh, this one should really have a filter. These slides here. While we're at it, we'll just add that one then, I suppose. And I believe they don't really need to be accessible, which confuses me somewhat. But I think it's not necessary. I haven't had any, like, requirements for that. If we do need to, I'll be able to add it, no problem. But, oh, that's very high up in the air. Let me just... There we go, now it's on the ground. Okay, good. Anyway, back to our problem at hand, which is not being able to add a raft flume. So I'm going to try it again. Try and keep the platform low. I'll make it a wider platform if that is the problem here. And it seems that it was. Okay, that was very counterintuitive. But that's fine. Okay, so I want the special uphill water jet entrance because we want to start low and go up. Sorry, I did that wrong. No, I did not do that wrong. I'm going to go a short distance because it reduces the angle when I bring it up. And I want this to be a somewhat chill raft flume, because we are building this at like the kiddie area. So it's going to be medium drops, lots of twists and turns. I don't think I'm going to be using any ones of the... Well, maybe... Whoa! Okay, so I haven't seen these. And this might be a terrible thing for a kiddie flume, but it's dope as hell. An enclosed section that turns 90 degrees and sends raft back and forth down a large cone. Descends to the right. You can do it on the left with that one. A huge round section that swirls rafts before sending them down a central channel. Whoa. That's dope as hell. Okay. I'm sorry, but we do have to do this, because this is really cool. We'll have an open channel here. And we'll make it go straight here. And of course we need to go up again. So I'm going to turn it 90 degrees, or going into 90 degrees. So we did 60. Can I get angle snap? Okay, can I get a smaller angle snap? There we go. 30 degrees. Perhaps maybe I will do this at 45 degree angle, so it's just a little bit more symmetrical. 245, so we get into a 90 degree angle overall. Then we're going to go uphill again, because we lost some we lost some speed there, or some height rather. It doesn't actually adjust the angle. It felt like it did. Right, well, we're just gonna bring it back to here, get the end of it, and then we're going to add that really... Whoa. And there's a really cool pipe here as well. That's going to go slightly underground. Well, we can do something fun with that. We'll need to adjust the terrain somewhat here. I'm going to dig the terrain down. Okay, so I wasn't expecting this raft flume to be as cool as it is. But we are absolutely going to be making use of that. At the same time, I'm going to start the testing, so that's going to run while we do this, so we can actually see what the hell is going on, right? So the ultra white pipe is really cool. Okay, well, we're going to extend our thing if we can. Can we? Can we, please? Or is that the end? Oh, that's the end. Okay, so we can't do that. Not yet. I thought that was just a cool turn. Then instead, what we're going to do is, there was another really cool one. Yeah, so we did this one. This one is a huge valley slide that sends raft to and fro before continuing down the flume. It looks like this. It is also another angle. I want it to turn back somewhat. There's our raft coming. Let's see what we can do without... We'll need to adjust the terrain there as well. Okay, so we don't have enough speed to really send it up there. So let's lower the angle. Go straight on. Shorten it. And just so we can see our raft, I'm going to lower the terrain again. But we'll do some fun terrain things with this. We'll make it a feature of the raft here. So we need to have our jet going up again. And we can actually have that at an angle. So let's try a fun sort of spiral situation. So we stay in one place a little bit more. And we need to go even higher for this one. I need one more turn. One more. One more turn. This is probably going to be an actually really boring slide because there's a lot of downtime. You have like one cool, really cool drop, and then you have to descend really long. Like it will go up here. It does get caught, so we have enough momentum. Is it not going up because I'm still working on this one? Probably is. Right, now. There's two things that we can do here. Whoa. An enclosed curved pipe. Oh, this is also an end. Sorry, I keep going into the ends when I don't mean to. So yeah, this thing is fucking awesome, but it will cross through itself because it's way too tall. But perhaps we can create a little bit of a downward thing. Go around it somewhat. This is really not fit for a kiddie area. We're going to build a little bit of momentum. And go up very steeply. Into a 0-degree angle. I think we should be able to make that. Then we go into the specials and we do one of these bad boys. That funnel thing. What's the difference? Descends to the left, descends to the right, turns 90 degrees and sends raft back and forth down a large cone. So what is the exact... Oh, it's an enclosed cone or an open cone. We can leave that open. I don't think that matters all too much. I think this is actually a really badly designed raft slide, if I'm totally honest with you. Yeah, this is a terrible raft design. Look how slow this is. This was a lot more interesting in my head. Let's see it go up here. It does go with a good amount of speed, so that is nice. I think we can even adjust the speed somewhat still. It's going to get sent down here, and then it's going to go into this spiral elevator. Let's see it go up. It's losing a lot of speed there. Okay, it doesn't get enough speed there. Okay, we're going to have to go back and rethink our design here. Like a lot. We might have to do more rafts, really. Because the rafts apparently have a really, really cool design options. Okay, that's all we can do here. So we're going to get rid of these. And we're going to send this thing up. So we'll start with a little bit more height. It's really high, but that's fine. That's good, actually. Build a new raft flume. Now I just want the flume. There we go. Let's just immediately go into a special, right? One of the fun ones. Let's go for this big, crazy, open thing. We can probably immediately go up. Grab a little bit of momentum. But go into the upward water jet as well. Go as far up as we can. I'm gonna let it loop in on itself. And have an ending here so we can make another crazy angle with one of the specials. So this one's a little bit slower, so I'd say we put that at a different part of the slide. That wasn't very shortly, was it? Well, it took a good like 30 minutes, 40 maybe. That's all right for a shower. Since I'm expecting some momentum here, I'm gonna let it go up once again. We do need a bit of a jet stream going up, going the full height. Going to bend it around slightly. And then close it off. Now we do a slightly less exciting but still very cool. Aha. Okay, we need to extend the raft or the platform a little bit if we're going for this. Because we're going to need to send this home, you know? Like, we gotta make sure... Oof. It's a little bit of an awkward placement, though. Let's do a regular track. Send it down slightly to build a little bit of momentum. Straighten it out. Now, perhaps it is easier to put that special in. Let's go the other way around. Of course, we are still going to need... If I had hair like yours, yeah, but I've got short hair. Well, it's nice to take a little bit of time for some self-care, right? Nothing wrong with that. Gonna build a little bit of momentum and go up. I know it's all invisible. It'll be fine. We're gonna see how this all plays out. We do need that slight bit of elevation once again. Target speed, acceleration rate, all the way up. I need to adjust that for the other jets as well. Oh, we're not going to be able to make that. I'm just doing tiny increments. So I can end this here and do a cool end. Ooh, it's way too big. Way too big. A lot of time was taken by me forgetting to take stuff in with me. That's a shame. And that it sort of eats into your time. But, you know, it's still fine. Regardless, I think it's nice to have a little bit of self-care time, you know? Okay, so I do want this to go a little bit differently. Electric toothbrush, pajamas, deodorant, a fresh bottle of shower gel, a fresh tube of toothpaste, all one at a time. Well, you can't have them all. Right, we're straightening this out. We're going very underground. I'm going to dig into the terrain, rather. I need to go up. Once again, this is incredibly bad design. But hey, I'm having fun, okay? Okay, well, we're just gonna go up twice. Look how far away we are. I'm gonna go up once, turn around with a slight decline, so we get a little bit of momentum. But not enough that we lose all the height we built up. Go up again. Peek out of the ground. Now we need more height. Fuck. I'm having too many slides. Okay. Too many declines. Maybe we should make multiple raft ones, because they have really cool features. And it's difficult to fit them all in one go. So instead, I'm gonna do it in portions, alright? I'm opting to have a different different raft slides because they're pretty cool. Can't lie. They look dope as hell. This one can be straight. We can have a special here. Now we can have like a finale. Yeah, but 2 at a time would be better. That's true. Right, we're going 0 degrees again. Let me straighten this bad boy out. Go up. I know I'm taking a lot of time to work on this slide. It's just I'm coming across really cool elements that I really want to make use of. Go down. Now the trick is to get this thing in place, but I can't adjust anything about it. So I just need to be sort of lucky with how I... As soon as I arrive, I'm going to go BRB again. No worries. So we can have a boring end here. And a hydrate redeem. There's a clue to where I'm going. So I want to do one of these cool pipes here, right? But I need to really plan out how to let them pan out there. So I need to be all the way over there, really, and a lot higher, actually. This sucks. This sucks. I want to do a cool thing. But it requires a lot of planning here. Maybe we can make use of these specials to send us into a big angle. Or a steep angle. So that one's too close to the platform. Yeah, but we need to be higher. That was the issue last time. Shit. Yeah, we're gonna need another... Do a steep drop, why not? Because fuck it. Fun! And then we need to do another uphill water jet. I suppose. Because we just need to. And I think we need 3, actually. To be able to get to that level that we need. Yeah, 'cause we want to go another angle. Oh, God, this is too complicated. Shit, how am I going to do this? Right, we're scratching it again. We're going to be here forever. Maybe we do one special. That doesn't go down too much. Like one of these. And then we turn around, go up once. Far enough to have... No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go 60 degrees. Right, 3 of 60 makes 180. I want to go back, actually, because I'm pretty sure this is like a high-speed thing. So I want to have one of those higher up walls. Right, 180 degrees. We've turned all the way around. And now I just need to know... Okay, I can't go too far up. I can go far up, but I can't go too far outward. So we got to get this puppy up high. See, we're not going to have enough room here because we're already beyond the pool, right? Should we have made the slide before the pool? Oh my god, you know what we can just do? I can't believe I didn't think of this. We can take this whole fucking thing and just move it, right? So it actually ends up in the pool. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Alright, so let's test it. And let's get into the raft. Look at these test dummies. They're so cute. Right, then it goes down this chute. Well, that's a pretty high speed. You get sent upward with the water jet. Still good speed. And then it's the end. And you get dunked into the pool. Fear is an orange. Excitement is really low. Open test details. Excitement is good here. And it drops. Fear is good. It drops too low. Nausea. There's too many twists and turns, probably. That's probably the problem. Excitement's just a little bit low. So higher speed gives more excitement, and then it gets boring again. The end is good. It's just a little bit boring. Okay. Close test details. Oof, your ride exceeds G-force limits. Okay. Okay. We're making it again. We're making it again. One special and one exciting end. And still boring. Yeah, it's too boring. And you just get flung around. It's not exciting, apparently. Which, hey, you know, fair. Just fuck you, you know? Alright. We're not going to go up. And we're going to have one of these... Which one do I want, actually? They like this one. Do they like this one? The funnel's really fun. Ha! I'll do the open funnel. I'm going to have to rotate it. Because I'm immediately slapping an end on it. And I think I like this one the best. The open version of it. So that is the ride done. So now we're going to move and rotate it so that it can go into the pool. It is really far away to start. That's terrible. That's terrible placement. If we replace that last part, change that into the left water pipe, perhaps we can get a little bit better accessibility of the starting platform. Right, because then we can send it over here. Which means we can get the entrance up here. It's still a ridiculous, absolutely ludicrous place to have it. And look how many stairs you have to descend. Like, in what world? But that's fine. Let's test this one, because probably, surely this this should be fun, right? A nice funnel, and then you go into this big turn, and then you go up. It's just a long descent. Less back in black, more back with a cat. Nice. Well, you could end in a cave pool. It's pretty cool. And half the height. That's pretty cool. That's a really great idea, actually. That's very cool. Yes. That is an excellent suggestion, and we're going to take that. I still have the problem of the end of the ride being far away from the actual exit. Oh, oh yes, I can. Okay, thank God. I was going to say, I can't bring it down. but I can. Intersecting terrain. Let's remove the entrance. No, remove it. Shit, fuck. There we go. Where am I going to place it? We can place it here. So that path branches off into the... there we go. Branches off into the exit. Oh, it won't let me. I'll need to make a cave myself. Right, well, let's check the test. Maybe it's still a shit flume, right? It did it during building a thingy, yes, it did. It's just now that I'm trying to actually place it, move it, it's like, oh, I can't do that. I think I'm going to destroy it once again. I want my exit and my entrance to be somewhat close to each other. I know it doesn't need to in terms of Planet Coaster playstyle. It just feels right. The nausea's looking a lot better though for this one. Excitement's still really boring. It needs to be at like a 7 to be in the green. The fear is good. It's not scary enough, but that is fine. I'd rather it be not scary enough. These aren't perfect results, but they're fine. However, I'm gonna throw it all away because I'm gonna do it differently. Goodbye. I will bring you down here. So it's pretty low down, right? That's pretty low. I'm going to add a new flume. Like, this is attempt number so many. We'll start transparent, and once we go underground, we'll go closed. So I will start by going up. So we don't have to go up the stairs too much. You get the jet end. We're going just specials. That one goes forward. That one also goes forward, technically. This is a nice one to start going underground, or have it start going underground, then have the funnel to really go underground, and then we add an end that also goes round the bend, and we have an underground pool. However, I fear I might not be able to stack a pool under this. Maybe I can, but I fear I might not be able to. Well, I can try it out. Fuck it, let's do it. Oh, it's still not really close to each other, though. So, actually... let me make sure this doesn't go all the way down. And then I'll do an end that goes the other way. Wow, it really... doesn't go, even though it goes left, it really doesn't. So let me add another curve around. That is very deep underground. But hey, laterally, it is pretty close to the entrance, actually. So let's see how this works. Now, first off, we're going to need to spend some big cash to dig all the way down. And we'll re-add the terrain once we are done, like, decorating, right? Because we can't see it otherwise. Here's our end bit. And here it is supposed to go into a pool. Now maybe I can add a pool here. I'm not sure. We'll see. Let's flatten this to foundation. So we've got a nice flat area to work with. I'm afraid it will have these poles, but not if we close it up. Not if we close it up. That's fine, actually. Let's add a pool. Trying to find in this 3D space. This is probably a good height for it. But I can't really figure it out. The hell, this is completely impossible to see. See, it's such a different place than it's supposed to be. Okay, but we have a little underground lagoon thing. I want to change the... Shit. Can't do that. I wanted to change the position of it. But it wouldn't allow me. Okay, I think this is directly underneath it, right? It's so hard to tell with these ghost gizmos. Oh, that's alright. Can't see shit. I'm gonna have a little, need a little bit else shaped. Okay, so that does go into it successfully, right? There's no path to swimming pool 9 and guests cannot reach it. The guests are gonna have to be a little bit chill. I'm still building this thing, alright? You gotta Hakuna your tatas. Jeez. Also, I would like to convert these to closed flumes. Because we are underground. And then yes, this is open. But that's just it. Oh my god, I can't see anything. Okay. Now we need a stupid descent downward. Better first test the ride, yes. Yes, absolutely. Let's sit in there. Alright, we immediately got sent upward. Alright, we have a pretty docile funnel down. Then we have the closed funnel that sends us underground, and it's really dark. You can't see anything. Oh, we're going through some terrain. Doesn't matter. We're going to go slightly descending downward into an S curve. Now we're going to end at, well, the end. A little bit of acceleration there. A little bit of jostling around. And then you get sent to the pool. Nausea? Great. Excitement? A little bit lower than the first one. But it's a cool ride, and if it brings you to like an underground sort of secret pool, that's dope as hell, right? That's cool. I'd be like, hell yeah. Okay, so here we go through the terrain a little bit, whoopsie doopsie. We gotta fix that. We will. We lose a lot of momentum there for some reason. But hey, these test results are, as we say, good enough. I'd say. Right. Oh, so there's a huge terrain problem there. Doesn't actually matter for the ride itself because it will ignore terrain, but, you know, for the sake of visibility, that sucks. Yeah, there's a lot of momentum lost there. I don't know why. Because that is part of the funnel itself. I think that's just a feature. But you know, we go into this S-bend. They get launched into the ending bit. And into the pool. Whee! Boop. Obviously, these poles aren't going to be there because we're going to add the terrain back. But yeah, let's first make sure that you can get over there. Let's smooth this out. And because I made a sort of L shape here, I'm going to first of all copy this existing texture. And because I made this L shape, I'm going to use this path, which I would like angle snap. No, that's not really what I want. I'm going to go up as high as I can. Which isn't very high, apparently. Oh, end of day report. Thank you. Not super interested in that. I can immediately do this, can I? I would have loved to be able to attach it to the... Ooh, almost. Too steep. Okay, okay. Okay, but, hear me out. If we get rid of this, then attach this all the way up. Still too steep, unfortunately. Alright, we need to take it a little bit slower. We can attach it like this. Then we've got our underground tunnel. And what I'll do is I'll carve this out. So this can't be carved out, this area. That's interesting. I was going to do a little bit of a carve out here so we could have something to look at while you go down this tunnel. That was my idea. But it seems it's not entirely able to. Still a really dope tunnel. It just needs a lot of lighting. Okay, well, if we can't, we can make this sort of a lagoon. This can be open, quote unquote. But we're going to need to close this all off. Right here, and we're gonna have a very hard time to decorate all of this because the visibility is going to be so poor. And we're going to need to adjust all of that terrain to not stick out through the ride. So we're going to go through that by hand. Oh, you know what? This is actually not too bad. I was wondering if there was a little bit of terrain sticking out there. Okay, you know what? That wasn't too awful. Right, we're going to flatten it to this foundation, which I'm pretty sure is a different level. Oh, yeah, slightly. Ever so slightly. Close this all up. Boom. What pool? What pool? We're going to do a little bit of smoothing out here so we don't have that harsh transition. Here as well. Here too. Now, to get in there, we need to go through the tunnel, actually, to end up here. This is a very cool idea, but we're gonna need a little bit of light here. First of all, let's start with the lights, actually. Not special effects, the lights. How about this lamppost? Because it looks like Oh, it doesn't turn on automatically because it's not night. Loop. Okay, that's not great. So this is sort of a building lamp. So my idea was to have it point up to the... That's one hell of a drop out of that tube. Nah, it's not too bad. Boop. That's not the worst. I can't see shit. Loop. Oh, that's a really cute little lamp that doesn't give off a lot of light. But I can pretty easily... Oh, that was not where I thought it was going to be. Can you sit nicely on the ground? I can put it every other pillar at the fence. And we'll sort of make this like an excavation area. Ooh, we could make this like Medusa's cave, because there is a pretty cool Medusa electronic that is sort of scary-ish. As far as you can get scary in this game. That would be really cool to have. Or maybe there's some sort of sea monster. We're going to see what we can do with the animatronics. Because there's some pretty cool things. Besides that, you can make quote-unquote custom animatronics by adding some elements that move back and forth and attach other parts to it and work with shapes. I don't know if I'm confident enough to do that, if I can build something that looks actually nice. But we're going to see what we can do. We're going to be using a lot of lights to light up this cave. We're going to try and emulate some stalactites and stalagmites. And there's going to be a big decorative feature in this big open empty space. Is the idea. But this is already pretty cool. This is a pretty solid idea. Boom. There we go. All the way around. Boom. Boom. And here starts our descent upward. I'm going to focus on the inside of this lagoon, cave, whatever, first, before focusing on the tunnel. Right, we've got some generic lighting here. We're going to need a lifeguard for this puppy. If we place the guy here, we can have the entire pool in sight. Right? Yes, we have the entire pool in sight. Beautiful. Let's add some additional pool extras, like a... Let's do a high diving board and the low one next to it. A little bit out of the way of the raft. Any other pool extras that could be fun? We'll need a heater. Obviously, we'll need a heater. That doesn't have any power. So we'll need to add that. I'll add a tiny bit of pathing here. So we have space for some loungers. No, I want that connected. There we go. Just going to move these over. These lanterns. And add any we need. We still have plenty of room for that feature. We can also fill this cavern with water pretty far up. I believe. Let's see how well that works. We need a couple extra lanterns here since we created a little bit more pathway. These are slightly off center because of the new placement, so let's move these over. Boom. There we go. Now, of course, we have a really dark spot over there, so let's add some standing lights. I believe if we add it right about here, make sure it is constantly on. There we go. That's a lot of light. And the reason I added this is because I saw some lounges that I think this is a good spot to add them. That one's really off. There we go. Okay. I'm curious to see about the water we could add. Let's go into terrain mode, water. Let's do clear water here. I thought for a second we could flood this cave. Which, yes. But we can't add it any higher because of the pool, probably. Because technically people are still inside there. Oh, no, we raised it. Oh, that is awesome. Hell yeah. Looking very cozy. Hey, Ben, how are you doing? And thank you. Oh, that looks cool as hell. Now we don't have to worry as much about stalagmites. We can focus on, like, stalactites and shit. That looks very cool. Oh. There we go. That's cool. That's very cool. Now, let's focus on the facilities first, so we can make sure that this pool's functional. Where the hell am I? There I am. So we can make sure that this pool is functional. Yeah, we absolutely need a filter. And we need power. Oh, there's radiant heaters. Oh, let's add a radiant heater as well. Don't know how cold it's going to be here, but let's make sure it is, after all, a cave, so it's probably going to be a little bit cold. Right, we need a power distributor. So let's add that to that quote-unquote scenery. It's a little bit up in the air. Literally. Okay, we've got power, I think. Now, can we move these lower? This is the lowest we can get. Of course, they're very ugly. We're going to hide them. Well, but we have filtration and power. That's all we need. Oh, why are you floating above my lounges? The hell, man? And now you're off center. You're pissing me off. There you go. Okay. Let's place an entrance. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. We've got to go through the tunnel. Somehow. Where the hell am I? I was out for a brief second. Okay. It is a bit of a hassle to go in and out. But we're back. We've escaped the tunnel. So what I was going to say, we can add a entrance now. And connect that entrance to a path. I think we're going to need a bit of a bigger line. I think this one's going to be a hit. So we're going to have it snake somewhat. Like that. And we're opening this bad boy up. So now we have a lifeguard. We have heating. We have an entrance. This park has now met the requirements to participate in the leaderboards. Okay, once you upload an exit, you can submit this park to the leaderboards at any time. Use this park to compete against other franchises and gain awards. Congratulations. Thank you. I don't know what I did. Probably needed an X amount of tractions to get there. But yeah, we did this. Oh, hello, darling. I have a visitor here. Hi, beautiful baby. Hi. Oh, you're so soft. You're so soft and pretty. You're still shedding so much. You've got ass hairs that are hanging out. Let me. Okay, bye-bye. Right, so it's not functional, so people should be, dropping in. Here is the first sort of visitor. Here's the first guest going in. And they're going to hop into that raft. I'm just excited to see them going. They need to climb all the way up, but it's not as bad as when we would have this whole thing underground. It was a good idea to have it go into an underground cave. They're still going to need to leave the cave with a fuck ton of walking. It's not for the weak, this attraction. Oh, look at them! It is already popular. I love it. I knew it. I knew this one was going to be a hit. Alright, we're going to descend down again, somehow. Through the slide. And we're going to start some decorations. May I just slam a foot stand on that path and they will be happy. Food stand, sorry. Maybe some benches. Hello, darling. You're back from... Not more? You were just passing by? It was just a drive-by? You want to fight? You want to catch these hands? No nails. That hurts. We can play, just no nails. I am a weak human. I can't have your nails. They're too sharp. Right, anyway. I got distracted by a kitty cat. Animatronics. So... there is a dragon. Not exactly a sea creature. There is a fish beastie. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is perfect. If we size this up... oh yeah, I'm gonna place it here for now because I have an idea. Because you can have individual interactive, you can have individual things. Moving platform, spring. We can add it up to here. And it can sort of jump out. Right? Snap edge. Or we can just have it go up and down. That probably is more useful. Now, can we attach it? Yes, we should be able to. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Attached to moving platform, vertical. Yes, can we have snap to position? Oh, sorry, you were tickling me. I got ticklish. So it will bring it up and down. Not as much as I'd like. Explosive, down to up. Okay, and then we move it around slightly so the placement makes a little bit more sense. Needs to go down slightly. And a little bit back. Ooh, even more back. Because it goes forward quite a bit. But it's sort of like jumping out of the water. That's pretty cool. It is a little bit erratic though. Ultra fast. Down to up, I would like. Oh, that's not. Fast, down to up. Now it's just sort of bouncing up and down. Play once every X seconds. Let's go explosive down to up. Now, the animation... ascend and roar. Okay, we can do that. And we need to time this thing somehow. The platform, the moving platform. Where is it? Where's that fucker? Can't see a thing! Can't. I can't. Oh, here it is. No. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna bring it down on its own. That's still a pretty cool effect. It needs to go down somewhat, because it can really jump out that way. That's cool as shit. I'll need to bring it down because of its light. Its lantern. Oh, that's really cool. We'll need to open up the cave a little bit because it's going through the roof. But we can do that. Let's push. A little bit more. Now it's got all the room it needs. This is like a mechalophobia nightmare. It's a roaring sea monster. That's really cool though. That looks dope as fuck. Alright. Let's see. Oh, we can add rocks to the top. That is awesome. A little bit too much though. What kind of rocks do we have as what more? What? That was not a sentence. We're just gonna go with the temperate rocks. Oh, they're floating. I don't like that. We're going to texture these walls a little bit with those rocks. We're going to need to adjust some of these floating rocks. But it has a very cool lighting effect when he comes up and roars. Look at that. That's very cool. Now, I do want to add a little bit of greenery. even though we are inside. First off, I want to add a planter. Because I want to have like a contained sort of palm tree. Like right here. Even though it doesn't see any sunlight. I'm gonna... No, I'm just gonna duplicate the planter because I'm gonna add some different variants of the palm tree there. I was gonna copy both of them, but then I was like, no, actually, let's have some different sizes and species. There we go. That looks really cool. And I'm gonna add some hanging plants. Now I think some creeping ivy, maybe. It is somewhat unrealistic to have a lot of, you know, a lot of foliage here. But I think with a bit of suspension of disbelief, we can add a tiny bit. I do want the random scale on. So we can vary this a little bit. Now, usually caves are pretty much devoid of life. At least the caves that I've visited. I won't say I've visited a lot of caves. As far as I know, and as far as I've seen, they're pretty devoid of any sort of life. Plant life, that is, of course. But this cave has hanging ivy. And I'm going to add some wisteria clusters. No, I'm going to add some bushes, actually. I want to fill in some of these gaps so it doesn't look too obviously like I've just plastered some random ivy strips everywhere. So I can fill out this space a little. It's really just to camouflage a lot of the imperfections here. That looks so cool. I want to add some additional lights. I'm wondering if there is... See, we've got some lantern jellyfish. They're animated. Do they still cast a light that deep underwater? Loop. They don't cast a lot of light, I will say. If I bring them up, do they actually cast some light? They do. It's probably too far down, to be honest. I'm going to have to float slightly below the surface. I'm going to add another one. Just so we have a little bit of depth in the water, right? And there was another one I saw. A large jellyfish, which just depends on how you scale it. Also slightly under the water surface. Oh, and we've got lantern fish as well. Oh, we can make a really cool underground thing like this. That's very cool. Right, let's add that school of fish. It says lanternfish. doesn't actually seem to emit a lot of light. Am I crazy? Oh, wait. That's because it's not looped for... Yes, it needs to be looped. There we go. Now we can place it. And we can also place that slightly underwater. And have this be full of life. Really create that depth. I don't like the placement of this one. So we're going to turn it around. Place it somewhere else. That's so cool with a depth perception like that. We're going to need to add that... ooh. It's just so linear. That's the problem. Let's loop this one, this lanternfish. If we could have random colouring, that would be awesome as well. That would make my life here so much easier. Regardless, this is still super, super cool. Look at that. That is awesome. So I was looking for some different things, actually. I was looking to see if they have, yeah, mushroom lamps, because I think that is perfect for Cape. That is cool. Yeah, I'm super happy with this. This is really dope. But yeah, some mushroom lamps really everywhere along the walls. Of course, we need to make sure that these are looped and not night only, because it is permanently like night in here. Dark, essentially. We can do a little cluster here. That's really dope. I love that. That looks cool as shit! And look how busy it is in this pool. They love this pool. The people love it! And they're all willingly going up the stairs. Which, speaking of, let's add a couple of path extras. So I can't add these to the stairs themselves, but I can add them right here. So they've gone down the slide, they've swam, they've laid in the lounger, and they're like, whew, that was exhausting. And then they can go on their way again. Let's add a resort bin, maybe. The resort bin looks kind of cool. Yeah, I'll do that. It's not mythology, but it's still a pretty good bin. We can also do the palace bin or the mythology bin. Ooh, this one's like a vase. That's kind of cool, actually. Let's do that. Right, we've added a bin here. This is so dope. Ooh, we should probably get music. We can add music, right? Interactive. Speakers, there we go. Park speaker ambient, park speaker show, stereo, flat. So what does the show one specifically do? Or does it not do anything specific? I'm just going to put some flat speakers in here. And I'm going to select all of these. Oh, can I not select them all? There we go. No. Okay, you know what? I'll do it one by one. That's fine. Get me. Let's add some music. Change track. Skillen Charybdis. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I kind of want that for each of these, though I'm worried that they will start playing at different times if I do that. Now the reason I'm removing them is because I'm too lazy to put that same track in, and instead I'm just going to duplicate this one. Are they synced? Because that will be awesome. Then I won't have to use an event sequencer to start them at the same time. Okay, they're synced. Beautiful. Now we've got this spooky music, very relaxing to be swimming in. Very relaxing. Now I think another cool thing to add is perhaps some waterfall effects. Like there is... where would that be? Waterfall, yes. Let's have some waterfall bottom here. Where the hell are you going? Just sort of water dripping from the wall, essentially. And they can be little, like, wells. Or underground springs. Have them here and there. So a waterfall top. Need a waterfall middle. We don't actually need a bottom there because it's quite a narrow passageway. Since this is sort of a big negative space, I'm going to see if I can get... We've got some aquatic rocks. Let's see if I can size that up considerably. Bring it up since it's half underwater anyway. And I'm pretty sure I can stack them. It looks to be like that is what they're meant for. I don't like its position, so I'm going to bring it forward a little bit. Okay, I've stacked that on top of it, but instead of it directly on top of it, I'm going to bring it all the way up. So it's sort of like a cave pillar, right? That's its intention. Alright, we're gonna increase this size. Well, that's pretty cool. That does sort of hide the rock we have been placing there. But perhaps we can make it stacked a little bit. There we go. I'm thinking of removing this thing, actually. Bringing this all the way to the top, since it's pretty beefy. And we'll replace this with a different rock that we can hopefully size up enough to be like a base for this pillar here. And that looks to be the case. I want it slightly moved to the left. The right, actually. Hey, that's dope as hell. That's dope as hell. Could we add, like, stars to the ceiling of this cave? Do we have a star-like... star-like lights? We've got flower lamps. I suppose in some way we could do that. Oh, those are pretty cool. We gotta intersperse those too. These will exist a little bit higher up, and I'm gonna put them in the tunnel. These are very cool. Yes, but I was actually looking for, like, stars. Something I could emulate stars with. So, pyrotechnics. That's confetti, that's not stars. Explosion. Fire jet. Looking for, like, sparkles. Glitter. That's very subtle. That's more of a POV thing. Probably not the best case here. Got a laser. That's not exactly stars. Metallic confetti. Sparks burst. Spark stream. That's not going to stand in for Jesus, what is that called? That's not going to stand in for stars. Okay, so we've got not what I was looking for, but blowing dirt. But I also see falling snow. But most importantly, mist. And I think that's a great addition to the area with the beast. So it's just a little bit more mysterious, you know? Gonna add 2 to each side to just sort of loop. And we've also got smoke burst. Let's see how that looks. Well, it looks like a smoke burst. These are all smoke. Blowing snow. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for here. Falling leaves are pretty cool. Falling dandelion seeds. That's really cute. We need to use that somewhere. Falling blossoms. That's really dope. I know where I'm going to place those. If I can get out of this cave. If I can get out of this cave, thank you so much. I have a pretty cool place here. That is a sort of pergola. I can absolutely add those falling petals, those blossoms. That's very cool. Swimming pool 6 is unsafe and needs better lifeguard coverage. Yeah, that's because the lifeguard isn't there. I'll need to hire an additional lifeguard in that case. There you go. Boom, lifeguard. And now it's safe. Oh my god, this area is so fucking cool. It is swarming with people. Absolutely swarming with people. But they love it. They love it here. The people love it. Swimming pool 9 is over capacity. Oh, this one? You mean the one that's crawling with people like they're ants? I mean, they are in the coolest pool. Okay, well, we're gonna leave the pool alone for a little bit. Woo! Our eyes needed to adjust. And look at the rest of the park. What do I actually want to do here, though? Right, I was going to focus on the kiddie pool. I totally forgot about that. We're going to make a very simple flume here. A regular-as body slide. Which is only going to be somewhat tall. Nope, that's not what I wanted. But this is a regular-ass kiddie slide, essentially. I don't think it even has any specials. It does not. Perfect. It's gonna have a little bit of a steep start of the drop. Then go down slightly, and then we're going to have it go... Well, it can't go around the bend? Or not if it's... Oh, it can't go around the bend at all. Or it literally just goes straight. Okay, that's good to know. That means we're going to bring this platform back a little bit. And we're going to get this regular ass slide in place. Go a little bit steep. Then a little less steep. Tiny bump here. No, actually, that is terrible. That's as steep as it gets. We're going to go into a flatter angle. And I think I need... No, I need an additional... bit of length. And then we go into an end. I can probably get away with slightly less stream cutoff here. The end is not far enough. So we're going to bring it here. And then it ends, sends you into it. Okay, this is just such a basic slide. We're going to test it. And while it's testing, we're going to place the entrance. And connect a path right here. I don't expect a lot of foot traffic for this one because it's just a regular ass slide. Raft Flume 14's water is too dirty and guests are having a negative experience. This one is too dirty. Okay, add a water facility. So we're going to need a filter, right? Yeah, okay, it is outside of the filter's range. That does explain. Boom. Now it's not as gross anymore. Oh, it is floating in midair. Let's fix that. Okay. We should be able to open this up. Oh, it already is open. Okay, what did the test results say? Oh, it's pretty good, actually. It's exciting enough. It's just a straight-on slide. But hey. It is what it is. Let me add some pool extras here. Because I want to add some ladders. I forgot to add ladders to the underground well. Probably should do that. Not the underground well, the underground pool. It's not a well. The lagoon pool. Can you get the fuck inside? Please. Okay, we're back to the coolest place in the entire biz. In the entire park. Alright, we're leaving. We're leaving the cool place again. Do we have some parasols? What would they be called? Umbrellas? No, they're called parasols. Oh. The random scale is on again. Did not mean for that. Oh, these are pretty good, actually. So add a couple of these. And I'm probably going to change their position, because I'm going to add some lounges. And they snap beautifully. So I'm going to put that one in the middle. What are you snapping onto? Okay, whatever. At least they're snapping. But yeah, I'm moving these parasols in between them. Oh, what the hell is that? There we go. Whoa, you get sent with some aggression into that pool. I suppose it is a very steep slide. But it has all greens all around. All across the board. I don't know why I struggled to say that. Well, let's see this person being shot into the pool at lightning speed. Oh, it's not actually all that bad. This one, though, this one's a death trap. Boom. But they love it. The wave pool is a huge success as well. This one isn't as crowded anymore. Okay. Oh, what are we missing here? No clean water. We already added a water facility. The hell? The hell? Does it need an additional one? We also need one underground, so if we're going to be adding facilities... Wait, we had We have one underground. Wait, hang on. What's going on? What am I missing here? Power distributor. Yeah, we have a water filter here. Current total supply. Connected pumps. Oh, do we not have enough pumps? Is that the case? Could that be an issue? Sounds like it could be an issue, honestly. Let me add another pump. That could be... let's see. We've got an underground well, a water tower, and a water pump. The underground well has the least amount of scenery minus points. Penalty. Let's see, what else? Total uptime, power required, 120, 60 for the pump. The water tower uses the most amount of power, but they have plus 800 water capacity. The water tower is pretty good, actually. It should have power here. It needs to be connected to a path. Still not connected to a path, okay. Let me just add it like that. There's a couple of stones in the way. We'll need to add a path, connect a path. It can be four wide, doesn't need to be a wide path. Let's have it be a staff path, so we can get some consistency going here. But it doesn't have enough power. Nothing has enough power right now. I'm guessing that has to do with the amount of things that are attached right now. So I'm gonna duplicate this solar panel. And everything seems to be powered again. Now, let's check this issue. Now, this should be clean. Now, why doesn't the downstairs one provide enough clean water? What is going on over there? Is it too high up? Does it need to be lower? Ah, yes. Alas, I cannot place it below that threshold because that spot is obstructed. Because I put some water there. Okay, let's see how we can solve this. I wonder if we can get terrain in there. Not without removing the water, I don't think. So let's remove the water temporarily. Flatten to foundation. Oh, that's not actually flattening to foundation. Like at all. That is just creating more... Here. Okay, okay, okay. Go back, go back. Calm down. Get the size down. Okay. So I've drowned this fish. I can get it back. Okay, good. I'm gonna need to move the fish. But we're gonna need a barrier here. We need to bring this down somewhat. Not back, down. We can place it like that. And then we can return the water since we now have sort of a dike in a way. So let's resupply the water. I know I could get it higher. Oh! Oh, the whole cave's in the water now. While cool, that is not exactly my intention, but this is perfect. We go one higher. That floods the entire pool, doesn't it? It does. Yeah, okay, so this is the highest it can go. But hey, we got a filter now that is working because it's on the right height. So that is solved. Get me out of this cave. Right. This is struggling once again. Why is that? It is in range. And it really... Wait, hang on. It's not actually connected though. Demolish a water pipe. This seems to be a little bit bugged. Let me connect it up to there. These are also dirty now. Might also be the case of repairmen. Filtering raft flume, it can't filter. Okay, so we need an additional filter here. I mean, we can do that. You need only ask. They probably were. Okay, and I'm gonna guess I need an additional... No, I don't need the entire thing. I'm gonna need an additional pump. Just gonna add it into the landscape here. That should do it, right? Water cleanliness. Disgusting. Power. Highlights water pumps and filters and show their distribution status. So, parts of these are very yellow. I see that. But what do I do about it? What can I do about it? They're going to eat into my my decoration score. But I'm just trying to figure out how this works. Double inner tube flume looks really old. Okay. Sorry, this is the problem. No clean water. Must be in the supply area of a water filter. It is. It is. Multiple. Do we need an additional pump? Oh wait, this isn't even connected. That's it. I built the water tower and it didn't connect. There we go. That should solve the issues. Okay. Woo! So I was planning on building a little bit of a theme park in this stream. But with how much we're doing with the water park, I'm not sure we're going to be able to. Because there's still a lot of things that I want to be doing. I want to round out this edge, for example, but it's not allowing me. Is that so, darling? Is that so? Is that so? Right, can I round this out? A little bit. Not exceptionally well. That's fine. Now, I do think this could be a good place for a food court. We do have some food over here, so it's not super far away. But we can have another food court here. We can just be abundant about it. We also have these two restaurants over there. Darling, what's up? We can have some counters as well. Let's go for some shops here. I'll do a gelato, bros. Hot dogs. And we'll add some drinks. My darling dearest is meowing at me from the floor. And we'll add another toilet here. That seems like a good food court. We'll add some toilets here as well. At like our kiddie pool area. And instead of full-on shops, we're going to add counters. I haven't really done anything with counters, like, at all. How do I add those? You add them on the path. Okay. Okay, so I want to add a little bit of extra path, is what I'm seeing here. Scale it down. Stamped. So what I am gathering from this is that, okay, so I want a candy floss. Oh, so you can build a building over top of it, I'm guessing then. That's kind of fun. We'll have a candy floss counter here. So how... That is the direction of the people. Okay. Darling, what's up? You need so much attention. You need so much attention. Oh, we definitely need donuts in the kiddie area. And gelatos. And we'll add some drinks counters. Soda counter. Oh, baby. Let's add these slushy... So there's a slush hour. We can add a milkshake counter as well. And then we'll add a soda counter over here. And we're actually going to add a gift shop. Oh, there's gift shop counters. That is beautiful. Modular souvenir shops. Counters. Okay, so we've got balloons. That's pretty cool. Photo kiosk. Just gonna make this like a center of some sort. Splash Emporium counter. Sure. Looney Balloons, Splash Emporium, photo kiosk, and hats. Fantastic. I'm gonna keep it at this. I think this is plenty for now. I will add some path extras. That is going to be here. The festive sweets is very kid-like, but is such a far stretch from the rest of our theme. The mythology benches are so formal, is my problem here. So I'm trying to find something that is a little bit more playful. We can do this pirate bench, just because it doesn't necessarily read pirate, it just reads wooden bench. There we go. And we can start building. I'm going to make this like a forum. Like an open square. It's going to be building adjacent. So let's grab building pieces. We're going to do the divided again. No, we're going to filter on mythology theme. And let's see, arches. Let's go for the marble block. No, I want stone ruin wall or the stone market wall. Let's do the stone market. That seems appropriate for a forum-esque sort of thing. We can have the opening here. We'll have it be arches all the way around, but we'll only make one part of it accessible. One archway is what I mean. So obviously we have those... No, that's not where I wanted it. Obviously we have those... What's it called again? Archways over there. Behind the loungers as well. But we're going to put some half walls in there so it's not actually accessible. Not that I think they would have any access through it regardless. But, you know, we just got to be sure. I'm going to move these over to the outer bounds because we'll make this slightly beefier. We'll make this an actual building, actually. I'm pretty sure we have some... yes, we have some half arches. So we can make this inspired by the Colosseum in this way. Where we have like this double row of archways in different sizes. That are sitting down, but they're the wrong way around. Whoops! I gotta switch those around then. It would be helpful if they showed an arrow, because they show an arrow for everything else, but not that one. I would have loved that. Gonna add arches here. Gonna add a double arch over here. Let's see. I will add regular walls. Stone market walls. Where are you? Where's the full one? There it is. On the inside here. And I'll keep it at that. I'm going to add a gable end. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to add a corner roof. Oh no, I can't do that. That's right. Oh yes, I can actually. Never mind. Yes, I absolutely can. I will need to add some eaves, though. Ah, yes. Because I've chosen an outward archway, I need to raise the roof somewhat. I can have that go inward a little bit. But yes, I'm going to have to raise this somewhat, and I'm going to change those up to be the proper angle, so they match. There we go. Angles are matching. I'm going to need... Oh, I'm going to need it to be in the proper spot. That should suffice. We're going to need some corner pieces. Ooh, do we have a corner, like corner piece? We don't, do we? Okay. Okay. How now, brown cow? No, seriously, how now? Because I can overlap them, I suppose. But that is ugly as sin. So we're just going to keep it like this, I suppose. Yeah, we'll just keep it like this. We'll add some trim. It's going to be great. Now, of course, there is a little bit of a band there that needs filling up. So we're scrolling down. We've got the 1 meter market wall here. To the rescue. We can lower it down, actually, so it can block that ugly part of the toilet area. If we could get that. The grid height is already at its max. Oh, this is a stone ruin wall. It's the wrong wall set. My bad, my bad. Where's the market gable end? There it is. It's like, that looks different. But don't worry, we're going to make sure that this is all closed off and neatly finished. Just not with that one. What we do need to do is we need to add a full wall. Is this a market wall? Yes. On the inside. To hide that ugly aspect of it. There was a mosquito. I missed it, unfortunately. And of course, that top one needs gable ends. Now, that one is a little bit less complicated because I'm not working with a double layered wall. So we can simply add a regular ass roof on top of it with regular ass eaves. Fuck. And gable ridges. No, not there, you silly goose. And these corner caps. Boom. The basis is done. It's not entirely true. I'm missing a market wall here. The basis is done. Now I'm going to be adding some ridges, obviously. Gonna add this gable ridge, which I was hoping would go around the corner, but doesn't. But that's fine. Now I think I can add these on top here. I can. Would you look at that? That is another fun little addition to there. Now, speaking of ridges, I'm pretty sure I can add this ridge here. But that will stick out like so much more than a sore thumb. So instead, we're going to go for a trim. Let's see if we can find a bit of a thinner trim. See if we can find a bit of a thinner trim. This should work, but I'm thinking of... That's too small. That will go beautifully over here, though. Gives it some colour as well, so let's, don't mind if I do. If we're here, you know? If we're here, might as well. Yes, we're going to add this arch decoration as well, because it's cool. No, don't go so far up. No, don't go over there. That's not where I want you. I want you snapped onto the wall. I'm adding you to every archway. Why on earth would I want you at that specific spot? That's pretty cool. Right, now we've got some corner pieces that I have not been able to snap correctly on the spots they need to be. I don't think the snapping is brilliant. I can add them to these corners. Are they intended to be on those corners? Is that what they're there for? Doesn't really look like it. Am I crazy? Oh, they are intended for that. That is their intended design. Okay. This one would be much better suited for it. Getting rid of the other ones. So they are intended for these areas. Okay, okay, okay. I mean, do we got some middle? Can we? No, we cannot. We cannot have nice things here. The hell? Darling, I know you have a really difficult life. All the love you get, like, oh my god. Right? But you have to be chill about this, okay? Okay, thank you so much, my darling. Okay, so the trim, I mean, I'll add it, but it sucks a little bit. But hey, that's fine. We're just adding some decorative stuff. I suppose it doesn't harm to have that one doubled up. So it actually goes around the corner. Oh, no, it doesn't. Doesn't look good over there. It'll look good like that. What the hell is this one doing? What? Oh, there we go. That's the correct orientation. Is that so, baby? She has such a difficult life. She's telling me all about it now. It's like she doesn't get fed ever. She's so talkative. Can I get the mic down? Say so. Time to try. Say something. Hey. Okay, I don't know if you can actually hear it. The audio does pick it up, but it might be so soft that you can't hear it. But I tried to capture her meows because she's very cute. But yeah, she's telling me her whole life story and how hard her life is and all of that. And she's adorable, but she's also very dramatic. Regardless, I'm still working on this, obviously. Now, there are some trim panels that I want to add. There were some cool, yes, wavy ones. see the different versions. I think I want these curved waves. She's so dramatic. I know it sticks out a little bit, but it is... We can bring them down slightly if we want. Oh, you need so much attention, don't you? You're so cute. You're so adorable. She is, unfortunately, the cutest thing in the world. I don't care if you have pets of your own. They are not as cute as mine. She is so adorable. Like, so cute. It's unbelievable how cute she is. I'm gonna add these on the inside, I think. Or is it too much? These ones are too high, just to begin with. I'm gonna add them to this side. Hey, so don't do that. It's not where I want you. Oh, woo! Hey, haha! I love the random sounds. Oh, you're so cute! You're talking to me so much. She has so much to say, her whole life story. As if I wasn't there for every second of her life. Okay, that should be a good start. Now, I did notice that all of these were closed. So we're going to open them up. And they're just behind these counters. I've never worked with counters. They existed in Planet Zoo and Coaster 1 as well. I just never used them. Genuinely never did. So I'm curious to see what we can do here. Photo kiosk. Oh, this is supposed to be connected to a... Aha! Is it this one? Was the wrong way around. So this one's supposed to be connected to a ride. Oh, so we have to remove that one, because that is pointless then. Alright. Well, these are at least open, so they can start purchasing things. Right, so what I want to do now is I want to apply some roofing, but I want to apply open roofing. Now, I don't know if that exists under the roofing category, but think of it as diagonal slats. We might need to do that manually, by hand. Now, perhaps there is a wooden roof with some ridges like this. Gable ridge, because these are... yes, this should work. Because I want this to be open, right? Darling, what is up? What's up, my darling? Oh, beautiful baby. Because I want this to be sort of a Roman forum. And it to be open. Yes. Oh. Thought I was going to be able to get that a little bit closer. But that's fine. What do you mean it's over there? Yeah, so this one is actually... There we go. Spaced out a little bit better now. So yes, this is exactly what I meant. It's not as... tightly packed as I would like it, but I think I can do that if I lower the grid size down to 1 meter. I think I can get them in between. Yes! Yes, I can! Beautiful, nice open roof. And of course I'm going to need to add a ridge on top of that. This is an eave. I don't need an eave, I need a ridge. Ridge cap. Because it'd be unrealistic for these roof tiles to... Not the roof tiles, the roof beams. To just sort of sit there without any connecting beams. I'm going to double it up so it's both inside it as well as on top of it. Okay, that looks pretty solid. Or not, actually, which is the point of it. Well, it casts a beautiful shadow. I love that. It is the Viking beam, so good soup, yes. It is a Viking beam, so it does have Celtic knots on it, but I do not care enough. It's such a small detail. I'm going to add some vines on top of it. Add scenery group. It doesn't need to snap to position, but I do want it to align to surface. Because this is essentially a foliage roof, which is why I wanted that slatted roof here. So it's not actually a roof, but it is a little bit of shade. And then, of course, from the rafters, which we should really make. Yes, we should do some rafters here. Wood. Which you can also do with ridge caps. Aged wood roof. I suppose I didn't have to use the Viking one. It just looked like good beams. Can't see. And now we can create some rafters. Just bring it up. Does that look good? It does. If I was able to see this a little bit more clearly, that would be awesome. That'll do. It's creating these ridges in the archways there, but that's actually a cool kind of extra dimension that they add. I'm tilting my head back as if I'm going to be able to see clearer that way. I'm really not. That's so funny. Oh, this is working at a disadvantage with this angle. Right, we got the rafters in. Let me in the temple. Okay, that looks cool. Need to go down slightly more and then tilt up. Now I've got a good view. So now I can have some hanging ivy from that. I can actually make it wisterias again. Let's vary some of these trailing wisterias. That is cool. You will never be able to see it because it's so hidden. But we know it's there. Look at that. What are you doing, you drama queen? That looks solid. That looks very cool. And now we have a little shopping area. An actual forum. Okay, so this one is open, the slush counter, but there's no one there. Brilliant. Okay. Okay. Yes, we are absolutely not building a theme park in this session. We're too busy finishing up the water park. Hey, it's fun. At least it's fun. Our little bathroom attached to it, our toilet. It's not entirely done. There's some things that I can add here, but for now I'm going to declare this one done. Just so we can sort of move on and not stick to one thing for too long. I want to add some shrubbery here. First of all, I want to hide that ugly, ugly pump. So we're going to do that by adding some reeds in this case. A sort of a screen. No angle snap, please. I want free movement. I'm just going to extend that beyond. Sort of make this a separate space in a way. And we can add some different bushes, maybe some laurel bushes along this pathway. Once again, a large or tall hedge rather, just to obscure the sightline to the water filter there. I'm gonna keep these laurel bushes aligned to the grass line here instead of next to the path. Because it's slightly raised terrain there. Now we don't need a hedge wall here. Although I will add it slightly indented here. Because I'm looking at where in the pool you would see it. You would be able to see the filter from the pool. So we're going to make it a slightly... We're setting the hedges slightly back. So that we can add some fun bushes in front of it, like these rhododendrons. And have it be a little bit of a scenery feature. Add a lipstick palm here, which is huge. Let me add a small one, actually. Lipstick palm, there we go. We can get some smaller rhododendron bushes in. I'm going to size it down a little bit more, actually. We have some other flowering bushes. Got a rose bush. And we can definitely add some tropical... Where is my mouse? Excuse me, mouse. Oh, there you are. But is that appropriate? We've got wheatgrass. Oh! That's pretty. I've not really used that or seen it at all. Add a little yucca plant here. And a small one right here. Gonna try and vary. Wild garlic, flowerless. There is flowering garlic, okay. Oh, we'll add some wild flowering garlic here. I essentially just want a bit of a variety of foliage here. And that is looking pretty cool. Now, of course, I think they do need maintenance, actually. Let me add a staff path. it doesn't snap onto it, so at the same time it doesn't look like it really needs it. Nor does it have like a durability thing. The scenery is fine. There's so much scenery around it already that I don't even need to technically add more, but of course I'm going to add more because it's fun to decorate. So we've got a eucalyptus tree, which looks pretty cool. Gonna add that. I don't think it's a very native plant for like Greece or Rome, aka Italy, also known as Italy. But it looks cool, so that's what I'm going to add. Cypress trees, of course, very Italian. I'm going to add a little cascading line here. Fig tree. I think a fig tree could make sense here. Let's grab the large one. Size it up. It's good foliage as well. But that area is now at least properly... whoa, the kapok tree is huge. That's cool. Oh, these are really cool. Look at that. That's sick as hell. It's not what I was looking for, necessarily. Juniper trees are pretty cute. I think they make sense in sort of a temperate climate. Obviously, Japanese maple trees are Japanese. But someone could have imported that. Plus, it's a theme park, so, or a water park, so it's going to have some fantastical plant life, right? That looks pretty cool. I think I'm going to fill the rest with some kind of generic foliage. Well, these palms are great. This is a great bush. I gotta add this here. Interspersing it. I'm gonna add just a couple of palms here. I just held my shift key because I'm so used to playing The Sims, where if you want to place multiples of something, you hold the shift key. Whoa, the king fern is really large. They're not kidding. But yeah, I'm just adding dots of foliage here and there. And that is looking pretty cool. That looks very cute. Look at that. I'm especially still fond of these these two. As well as the bell tower. Looks really awesome. Is it animated? No, it's not animated. That would be cool if it just rang every now and again. I suppose you could attach it to one of those interactive things that turns it around. I think that's such a small detail. I don't know if I'm going to be bothered to do that. This one, another bell tower, also very cool. I love how it sort of peeks out of the mountain and houses these slides, these body slides, which are wildly unpopular. They are dated, though. Current wait time, 0 minutes. That's because no one wants to go on them. I think I made them free, actually. Didn't I make them free? Yes. I made them free and still people don't want to go on it. But that's fine, because this one is still popular. The one that goes into the lagoon. This one is popular. This one isn't as popular anymore. I think it's just too dated. I think that's the problem. These also aren't very popular anymore. They used to be. The pools themselves are still very popular though. Like, look at the profit we're making. Like, today, lifetime. Park construction is, like, not even close to what we've earned. So I don't even really need to look at management. This park is sort of making its own money. Like, it's it's really, really easy to manage this park. Let's see. I'm kind of looking at the time, and I know it's a little bit earlier than I usually end my stream, but I have work in the morning. And I was really tired this week. And in the interest of keeping my job, I think that I'm going to call it here. We still had a very good session. We built a lot. We made a super cool lagoon. Let me actually end on that screen. Ooh, I can move the camera with keys. I mean, look at this. So how did I hide? No, that wasn't it. I could hide the UI. Shit, what was it? I need to Google it. Hide UI Planet Coaster 2. Come on. Right control, right shift G. I was very close. Okay, the power is a shame that that's showing up. Because I was going to make a little screenshot of it. But this looks dope as hell. This is a really cool area. So yeah, that is where I'm going to be leaving it. I'm going to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will be live again tomorrow. I will be posting a schedule tomorrow, possibly in a little bit. But I thought it through in my head. I'll be live on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Sorry, I had to really think about that one. I'm live on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday next week. We will be doing at least one instance of the quarry. I'm thinking of playing Dungeons 4 tomorrow because I had a hankering for Dungeon Keeper, which is a very fun game that I played when I was a kid. And I was looking into what are some modern equivalents of that, and it seems to be that Dungeons 4 is a good contender for that. So we're going to be trying that out tomorrow. And then let's see. What else did I have planned? I'm probably just going to do some Planet Coaster. Oh no, I remember. We're also streaming on Saturdays. Sorry, I'm a mess. So Monday, we're going to be playing Dungeons 4. Tuesday, we're going to be playing... What are we playing again? Water Park Simulator, but I don't hire any employees. That's it. And Thursday, we're going to play The Quarry. Then on Saturday, we're going to play The Big Walk. It is a multiplayer game, so if you're interested in joining, please let me know in the Discord, which, speaking of Discord, I'm going to post a link in the chat. If you enjoyed hanging out with me here, you might enjoy hanging out in the Discord as well. There you will find the schedule that I will be posting. So Saturday, The Big Walk, I'm going to be playing presumably with Blue. He's just making sure that he is able to join us on Saturday. If you're interested in joining, let me know in the Discord. And yeah, that is it for me. And I'll see you all very soon next time. Tomorrow for Dungeons 4. Thank you so much. Goodbye.